Radar right now is JSW Energy. Credit Suisse yesterday downgraded the stock to an underperform and has reduced its target price to 72 from 110 earlier. They say that the key worry now is that the dynamics are turning adverse for the South India operations. Let's find out more. Sanjay Sagar, the joint MD and CEO of JSW Energy, joins us on the show to talk about that. Mr. Sagar, good morning and thanks for joining us. I wanted to ask you about the merchant sales that you do through your Ratnagiri and Vijayanagar plants. I understand that 10 gigawatts of capacity is likely to come up online in southern India in the next 12 to 18 months, and that could perhaps impact your merchant sale rates. Is that a concern for you?
Well, it is not an immediate concern for us, Sonia. However, in the long run, it is likely to be a concern, and therefore we are now concentrating our efforts to try and tie up our power into long-term contracts, especially in the southern region. Ratnagiri is almost tied up to a very great extent into long-term contracts. However, the southern power does remain tied up in short-term contracts, and we are now concentrating on tying it up into longer-term contracts.
Okay, what has been the generation and sale utilization percentage, Mr. Sagar?
Well, as of now, our plant in Bellary in Karnataka is being utilized 100%.
Okay. What were the PLFs in the quarter gone by?
Well, I think they were in the range of 90 odd. However, Lata, I will not be able to give you very specific numbers today because we've got our board meeting scheduled very shortly. Okay. And I don't think I'm in a position to give you a lot of numbers.
No, I was only wondering if there is a hesitation for offtake, or whether the capacity, the PLFs were, you know, more in the, even below than 80%. Nothing of that kind?
No.
In Ratnagiri or in the south?
No, neither of the places.
Okay.
Not in the quarter gone by.
The merchant sale rates that you generally see are around 4 rupees per unit. Is that correct?
Well, they are in the range of about 4.5.
Okay, so
in the southern region. However, in the rest of the country, they have softened considerably. They've come down to the 253 rupee levels.
Okay.
And do you expect more pressure?
Well, I expect them to remain in the same range. I don't see any further pressure coming on these in the near future.
Okay.
I expect them to be range bound in this beyond, because beyond a certain point it doesn't remain viable to generate power.
Okay, can you just give us the exact breakup? It is 250 to 3 in which regions, and is it 4 or 4.5 in the south?
Well, it's in the range of 4 and 4.5 in the south, and in the range of 250 to 3 in the rest of the country.
Okay. Is it likely that there can be further downward pressure in the south because more plants are coming up?
Not in the immediate future.
Okay, so
because most of those plants which are coming up, the capacities are tied up into long-term contracts. So it is not likely to impact the merchant market to a very great extent. However, with so much capacity getting added, and demand not picking up at the same pace, there is likely to be a certain amount of pressure, but not to a very great degree.
So it goes to, it will average 4 in the south, you think, in 2016?
Well, I don't want to get pinned down to a specific number, Lata. I would still like to remain in the range of 4 to 450.
Okay, can you give us an update on the deal that you signed with Monnet Ispat in the month of July? What's the latest on that?
Well, the status is still the same. We've not taken a final call on the deal. It was a non-binding MOU that we signed with Monnet in July. And we have not so far taken a final call on whether we are going ahead with the deal or not.
Oh, so is there a chance that the deal...
We're still looking at various aspects of the asset.
Okay, so before the end of this fiscal, there is no expectation of the deal closing?
I don't think so.
Okay. You know, when you took over the Baspa and Karcham plants, you went for a debt restructuring there, right?
Yes, we did.
Okay, now they have become 25-year loans?
Yes, they have.
Okay. With respect to Monnet, also that would be the plan?
But that is something that we'll decide after we decide whether we are taking over the plant or not.
Okay. What is your total
We've
debt?
yet to decide whether we are going ahead.
Okay. What is your total
The
debt
total
now?
debt is in the range of about 15,000.
Okay. And any other restructuring that you will have to do? Debt restructuring?
Well, at the moment we are not looking at any debt restructuring, but I can't give you a commitment on the future. Maybe we do have a look at it later, but at the moment we're not looking at any debt restructuring.
Okay. Is there just one final question? Is there any reason why you may not go for the Monnet Ispat deal eventually? Has there any roadblock that has come up?
No, there's no specific roadblock. It's when you analyze an asset, there are various aspects that you consider, and we are still not satisfied with everything that we've seen. So we've yet to take a final call on it.
But is it more likely that you will go ahead with the deal?
Well, I can't give you a commitment on that at this moment, Lata.
Okay.
Now, what is the likely interest outgo that you will face? Is it likely that in the current year it will be much more than the around 600 crore interest outgo you saw last year?
Well, having added the debt of the Karcham Baspa projects,
Yep.
the interest outgo is certainly likely to go up. I would not be able to give you an exact number on that at the moment, but yes, it should be in the range of about 600 crores.
Okay, we leave it at that. Thanks so much for joining us and giving us those details. Well, that's an important clarification coming in where they say that they're not satisfied with the with certain contours of the Monnet Ispat deal and they may not close the deal at all eventually. So that's something that the street will have to factor in at this point in time. Remember, they had signed an agreement with Monnet Ispat to acquire Monnet Power way back in July, but now they say that no, they haven't closed the deal just yet, and before the end of the fiscal, the deal may not close. All right, we'll take a break on that note, but up next we'll track the yuan fall with Ray